Hi everyone. I am Coach Selvey. My name is Amy Selvey, and I am currently talking to Miss Barry's class, Miss McKendree's class, both of them in pre-K, Miss Vicker's class, and Miss Hall's class. I am here from the adaptive PE room at Cody River Elementary. So we have lots of fun and squishy things back here, some in the storage room in the back, and then I have some small motor activities and skills. We practice our basketball skills, our modified and adaptive basketball skills. We play with cars, which uses their little small motor. So in this room, I can work with a lot of different kids at different abilities, and we just play and have fun. I do have a checklist of the things that they need to learn, and honestly, I don't care if they can throw a ball as long as they're happy and they're interacting and kids are interacting with them. So I don't come in this room as often as you might think because I get the kids outside. I get them out on the playground. I get them more years prior, but I get them walking around with the basic ed kids. We go out into the playground and we sit on one of the benches, and if your child is in a wheelchair, I take them out and we sit right next to each other, and kids come up to us and ask questions and we talk and I introduce them. And then what I find is that they're interacting when they're out and they're saying hi to each other and having a good time. But most of all, I want them to be active. So since we have part of the playground all to ourselves and it's a huge fenced area, lots of running happens, and I let them just run crazy, and they get to throw sticks over the fence, and they get to kind of touch and feel and do all the things that basically my kids got to do when they were younger. And I want them to experience that and also get the fresh air, because I do have enough adults to help me when I'm outside. I get to work with the kids one-on-one, and they make me giggle all the time. So I want you to know that sometimes they love to do one thing. So they're fixated on riding tricycles, and I've got tricycles for the little ones, and so I will let them ride tricycles until they hate it, and they don't want to ride tricycles anymore. At the beginning of each class, I introduce something new. So like we'll go swing, and then we'll go back to the tricycles so that they can do it, so that we're introducing a few things at a time. So I just keep them active, and I try my hardest to make sure that they're trying different things that they can do out in the real world. Riding a bike, I have tons of bikes that kids can try. Swinging, we have swings for wheelchairs. I have a chair swing, and then we have sling swings. And my swing set is barely hanging on, but I keep replacing the bolts and trying to keep it together so that our kids can keep having it, because that swinging motion is so amazing to them and they feel comfort, and it's so soothing that it's something that I really want them to have and enjoy. Many kids do not want to swing, and we baby step. They can sit on my lap, they can sit on a platform, they can sit in the chair. So we just work through it, and I work through each of those things. In this room, we do a lot of Special Olympics practice for my adaptive classes. Every kid at Cody River, whether they're from Northwest or Cody River, they will be part of Special Olympics. Now we missed my most favorite, which is gymnastics. Whether they are 5 years old to 12. And it does not include pre-K, which makes me sad, but we do a special event in the spring for pre-K. We participate in the county round every single year. And here's the events that our adaptive kids will participate in. They will participate in gymnastics. So we've been practicing, and I will be bringing that back, especially when it gets cold and rainy, or if it's raining outside. I'll bring them in here and we'll practice Special Olympics or gymnastics. We'll also do adaptive basketball. That is what the next session is. So I have them all go into adaptive or modified basket. We teach them how to shoot. We teach them how to touch a ball to the wall at a target, and also dribbling. And sometimes they just need to bounce it one time and carry it. Bounce it one time and carry it. It's those baby steps to skills, because honestly, they can be in basketball skills until they're 25 years old in Special Olympics. And I want them to start now so that they can be successful when they're independent. Target bowling we do have for very few kids. I prefer that they full-on bowl. So I put everybody that is 3rd grade and up in real bowling. Target bowling is more for my kids that use a switch or are immobile and not able to do the bowling right up to the lane and move their own thing. Even if they're in a wheelchair, they're able to do real bowling. So that is our plan that's coming up. Hopefully basketball will be starting. They do have a couple virtual programs right now that are just not conducive to elementary kids because I don't have tracking devices. And they do have golf. So if you have any golfers in your family, they practice on Wednesday nights. The spring event, that is the big event that happens at River Ridge High School. That is still on. In that event, we have track and field. We have soccer skills and soccer team. We also have cheer, and I feel like there's one more. We'll start with a small event here at Cody River. It's like a mini event that all of you will be invited to. All of our adaptive kids in your classes, our pre-K kids will participate in either soccer skills or track and field. I might even do a little soccer team for them. We'll see how they do because they're pretty active. And for Miss McVicker's class and Miss Hall's class, they will either be in skills or doing track and field. Track and field is races. There is wheelchair races, there is walking races, there is running races, long distance, short distance. We do running long jump, standing long jump, and with soccer skills, it is dribbling, shooting, run and shoot, and that's it. So between those, we will get the kids in something and they will participate in that county round, which I know Northwest has done before. So those are my plans for Special Olympics. I do take those who qualify to state games, and we move on, and I am supporting all of the 3 rounds. There's always a county round, a area round, and the state round. And once you get through the first 2 rounds and you're qualified, you can go to Disney Wide World of Sports or the Big House for basketball. If you have any questions, I use Class Dojo. And I do it in real time. Some of you I know have seen some of the videos that I have posted if we've been in this room or if we're playing outside. I love to show the kids actually in motion, and then you get live updates. You'll see if they are in class or not in class, if they have PT or OT at that time. If I have your email, I've already sent you a link, and if not, I will get a link from your homeroom teacher or an email from your homeroom teacher, and I will make sure that they get you the information, or I send you a link to Class Dojo. So keep an eye out for that. It's also my grade book, so you'll be able to see if they're getting S's, why they're getting S's, if they're getting E's, if they're getting N's and U's. This will tell you exactly. I can put notes right in, and you can message me back. If you have questions, you message me here. I'm able to respond to you almost immediately if I see it. It shows that there is like messages off to the side, so that just tells me when I need to go in and look. The teachers many of the teachers use this, and this is what I like to use because it's on my phone. Out on the field, sometimes I don't get internet, so I use my own phone data, and I'm able to communicate with everybody and everyone. I still look forward to seeing kids every single day. It's the best part of my day, and I am here to support them with whatever they need. If you think something is not right or you'd like something to not happen, please send me a message or let your teacher know, and I'm very approachable. Although sometimes I look like this, really deep down, I am very easy to work with. So just let me know. Give your kids a hug for me because I can't, and I look forward to every single day, whether they're online or whether they're not. And speaking of, if your child happens to be out of school for any reason for a long period of time, if you have someone in your household that is COVID positive, they're supposed to quarantine, even if they're not sick. Please have them go online. In this quarter, there is lessons. Next quarter, I'll have something a little bit different so that it'll be more daily little activities that they can do, and they can check in with me that they are physically active. And that's really all that matters, is keeping them active, taking them to a park, a walk around the neighborhood, a walk up and down the street. It's good for the whole family, and it's so good for them to clear their minds, clear their bodies, and get moving. Thank you, everybody, and I hope y'all have a great school year.